town of Bangor.
Bangor appears to be a residential town as opposed to a tourist town. We've just had some breakfast and we're now going to move on to the coast. This is Enniskillen. Unfortunately, we've got a wet day today, which is our first since we got here. And we're going to take a wee walk down to the harbour.
I believe you are at the bottom of these 18th century traditional battle walls.
I do have some history to tell you.
Oh, do you?
Yes, so the island that's out there, which is really difficult to see because it's really misty rain.
Alright, yeah, where is it exactly?
That's Bartra Island.
Alright.
And it juts out into the bay.
It looks lovely.
Kalari Bay.
Alright.
Now, this bay's got some significance.
Has it?
But particularly the town over there.
Alright, what's the name of the town?
I can't remember the name of it.
So that is,
something.
It's so significant you can't remember.
Kilcoman or something like that. Anyway, the event that happened here happened in 1798.
Oh, what event was that?
The French soldiers came and invaded this area in the hope that the Irish would go alongside them against the English throne. But unfortunately for them it didn't work and they had to go again.
That's because it was race day.
It is a really beautiful beach. I've just seen a really interesting building down there, Guy.
What's that, you tiny thing?
It says baths on it. What do you reckon that is?
Cliff's Baths. the Turkish came here for a period of time and introduced their traditional bathhouse.
You know, you say all of that with such conviction. And for the viewers, I had to edit out the bad bits. It's really weird because it's built on these rocks here, right by the water. And it's obvious that these, at high tide, are underwater. This looks like a sister building to the other one. Now, I did read something about this and just there the sign says seaweed baths. And I think that's what I read. They pick the seaweed and they go in there and they have a bath in it. It's got healing properties. Right, would you like to tell us about the sea house bath?
I'll tell you about the black pig.
Oh, tell me about the black pig then.
Well, legend has it that a black pig came in from the sea.
Wow.
And it killed a lot of people in the town.
How did it kill them?
Just by touching its bristle.
Were they
So they chased
poisonous?
out of town, done it in, but its bristles were still poisonous, so they buried it hastily. Read it for yourself, it's all there.
I just thought you knew that knowledge. I didn't realise you were reading it from a board. That person down there has just been picking seaweed. And that's for the seaweed baths. Literally picking it fresh off the shore. It's brilliant. It's such a shame. It's so miserly today because this is another fantastic beach. Miles and miles of white sand.
Ochra's Head, that's where we're going.
This is Ochra's Head. And another huge beach. A kind of reddish colour sand this time. And there's just no one here. And after a morning of missile, we have beautiful blue sky and warm sunshine. Got a nice little jellyfish there. I don't think I've seen one with the black stripes like this before.
So rather than go straight into Sligo, we've taken a wee coastal route round. And this is the estuary. It's huge.
This is Strand Hill, just outside Sligo. It's a bit windy, but it's a lovely day.
I'm here for an ice cream and I have never seen anything like it. The flavours are fantastic.
Grand, yeah, sorry.
This has got to be one of the best ice cream shops ever. And I've gone for an orange cone. So my advice to anybody coming here, go into Mama Johnson's ice cream shop because it is amazing, is it not? So Strand Hill was a success, don't you think?
A great success.
Loved it.
And that ice cream bun was to die for.
Really, really nice. That hill over there is called Ben Bullion. It's 500 odd metres high and sits over Sligo.
Just typical, we arrive at this beautiful beach and down comes some middly rain. It was blue sky 3 seconds ago. Here we are now in Sligo, and we're going to take a little walk into the town centre. Seems really nice, but lots of little shops all around the river. This is Sligo Abbey. It's not the largest abbey I've ever seen, but it's reasonable and it's intact. Well, sort of intact. I think this must be the town hall. It's really, really grand. This is the glass house, the most modern building in Sligo. We've been for a walk and it's a kind of residential town again, and it doesn't really have the lovely flavour that Galway had. But we're going to move on now and head towards Enniskillen. We've just crossed the border between Southern Ireland and Northern Ireland, and this is Loch Melvin. It's on our route to the campsite tonight. Our second last day of our holiday to Ireland, and today we are in Enniskillen. That is St Michael's Catholic Church, and honestly that is more like the cathedral. It's stunning, stunning inside. Wow, this place is beautiful and enormous. So that was St Michael's Church, and it was really stunning, more like a cathedral. So this is the cathedral in Enniskillen. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip attended her Golden Jubilee service in this cathedral in 2012. It's actually very nice, but very plain, unlike the chapel just across the road. And this river just surrounds Enniskillen, which sits in the middle of the waterways. That's the wee riverboat that you can get right round. It's really nice. That's brilliant, I like that. I think the museum is just there. This is Enniskillen Castle, which I think has been turned into a museum now. It's not big, but it's really nice. And they've got a lovely wee cafe here too, which we're going to go and have some bun. It's really good. Each of these archways is becoming more modern as we go along. This is the farriers. This looks like World War I stuff. This is a great little museum. This is really lovely down by the water, watching all the boats going back and forth. And we've just come down to see the outside of the castle, which looks pretty impressive. We're leaving Enniskillen and we're going to head across the central belt of Northern Ireland to get back across to near Belfast for our route up to Larne. Loch Ness. This lies just outside Belfast, and it's our tea break on our way to Bangor. We've just arrived in Belfast, the Titanic Quarter, and we're going to join the M3 straight through to Bangor.
our Irish holiday, and we stayed over in the little peninsula just past Bangor.
This is the little town of Grimsport, and it's really sweet. We're going to take a little walk down to the harbour. This morning we're making our way to Bangor, but on the way we stopped at this little place called Grimsport.
Tell us about it.
Grimsport is a lovely, tranquil little harbour town. Really nice. And look at that, is that not just beautiful? There's even a lovely beach here in Grimsport. And the board here tells us the history, which was really obvious as a fishing village, with the harbour, which was built around 1910. Very, very nice. The coastline right over there is where we started. And I think that bit over there is called Whitehead, but just behind that is the area where the Gobbins is, which we did on our first day really here. Here we are in Bangor, and wow, what a marina! It's absolutely enormous. It looks like it's a pretty town. Absolutely brilliant. We're seeing the Stena ferry coming out of Belfast Lough, which is just over there. The walk from the marina right round the coast is to be recommended. It is really, really nice. This is really cool. They've got these storage containers and they've turned them into little businesses. So all of these pods are called Project 24. And it was about turning this horrible disused bit of land, which is very small, into something really useful. And I have to say, it really works. It's great. So Bangor Castle takes you down through a lovely walk in woodland.
Oh, luscious woodland.
Luscious woodland.
Yeah. Planted originally by the Earl of Bangor about the 8th century. He was very much influenced by a lot of his European travels and decided to bring some of the species back and plant it, which has turned into the fantastic woodland you see before you today.
And if you all believe that, you're mental. So apparently this is Bangor Castle. It's not really what I was expecting. But it's still very pretty, and it's got some beautiful grounds down to a walled garden, but we haven't got time to go to the walled garden. We need to move on to Larne. Well, that's us leaving Larne after another fantastic week in Ireland. I'm sure it won't be the last.